Just talk about where your team is heading into the Big Ten season this weekend as you guys prepare for Michigan State and Michigan.
Sure. Well, we've learned a lot about our team in the past 4 weekends. Uh, we're 10-2 right now, and we're literally a point away, or 2 points away from being 12-0. So we feel pretty good about how we played. And we chose to play a fairly difficult schedule, and I think that's going to pay off for us as we head into the Big Ten. I like most of what I see from my team right now. We're going to go to practice this week and try to iron out some of the things that aren't working very well.
When you look at that Northern Iowa and the San Diego match, is there anything that comes out of those losses? And obviously you learn a lot from losses. Does anything kind of stand out to you that you guys need to work on that will kind of help you down the road from having two tough matches like that?
I think so. There's the issue of gaining experience, and people use that phrase, but to me it means something very specific. It means that you get to play in a lot of close matches like that, and you get to get a sense of how you respond to those situations. It's very stressful. Mistakes are magnified. The other team's intensity begins to wear on you. All those things have to be experienced for a team to become good in the end. And I'm I'm not happy we lost, but I'm happy we got to play in at least a couple of those types of matches before we start the conference.
What do you view as kind of the strengths and weaknesses that you guys bring in going into Big Ten play with 4 weekends under your belt?
Well, I think we're a good offensive team, better than we were last year, and we were a little more physical at the net. Of course, losing Gibmeyer hurts in that regard, but we're still physical. I think at times our defense is pretty good, and sometimes we pass the ball well. I really can't name one thing that's a commanding strength at this point. We're going to need to get a little bit better at everything, but overall, I think it's our physicality.
I guess talk about some of the players that have stepped up as you've gone along. We talked about it a little bit this weekend, Ariana Filio kind of stepping up in that middle blocker role in Lauren's absence. And just the freshmen, Tori Dixon and Ashley Whitman coming in right away and picking up things quickly. Obviously a lot of roles that everyone's played and done well, but just talk about those three kind of in the roles that they've filled so far.
Well, Tori Dixon has been given a difficult assignment in becoming a middle blocker early in her career, and having to read and pick up on the college game, and it's taxing, and she's getting better and better each week, but still there's a lot of learning to do there. But she's been outstanding in terms of taking everything in stride. She's not freaked out by the level of play. She's just a good kid, plays on an even keel, and is going to be a big part of what we do this season. Ashley Whitman, I think, is one of our go-to players at this point. She's a competitor, has a lot of skills, and she's been already this for us, but I'm looking for her to be one of our competitive leaders as we go throughout the season. Ariana Filio has probably more than any other returner taken it upon herself to up her level of play, and her tournament this past weekend was the best I've ever seen her play as a Gopher. Her blocking reads, her offensive output, everything was just a step above what she's done before, and I really like to see that from a returning player.
I guess talk about where the setter situation is. Obviously, Stephanie Nucci and Mia Taberson both played in some important situations this weekend. Where do you guys stand with those two right now?
Well, what we're looking for is, as I said all along, is one of them to separate herself from the other and become the starting setter. And right now, I can't say that that's completely accomplished. We're really looking for one of them to have consistent location with the same trajectory with the set, and every time we're looking for one of them to be the leader on the court, direct traffic. Right now, one of them can do certain things, but not others, and the other one can do those other things, but not these things. It's been not frustrating, but it's just been sometimes a competition without a lot of answers. One of the things that I do like is that we have two setters, and both of whom can go in and set at a high level. But in terms of one of them surpassing the other at this point, I can't say that that's completely accomplished.
Talk about the excitement of kind of getting ready for conference play. Obviously, the non-conference schedule. You guys always have a tough schedule and always make it difficult for your team. But just talk about the excitement of getting started with Big Ten play.
Well, we're going to get started at Michigan State in the Breslin Arena. They're going to try and draw a big crowd for us like they do every year with their opener. And we're going to walk into hopefully not an ambush. We're going to walk into a very intense situation. I'm anxious to get started. I know the players are. We've got to get through these two matches, starting with the Michigans this weekend, and hold ourselves together enough to pull out a couple of wins. It's going to be tough, but I like our chances.